He is the one person.
Nah, nah, bro. Nah, bro. He got the magic school bus theory, man. This is the doppelganger by Alex Bale. I don't know what you're gonna pull on this. I've never seen this theory, bro.
There's something about going back and rewatching old TV shows from your childhood
Okay.
that just fills you with this warm, nostalgic
Thanks.
feeling. Even though you're older now and your tastes have changed, these shows can still connect with you in ways that nothing else can today. That's at least how I feel when I rewatch The Magic School Bus. A show before everything became cynical and edgy. A show that just wanted to teach people how the world works.
And then you just don't know. I mean, you will go back. I haven't seen The Magic School Bus in a minute, but you'll go back and be like, dang, I don't remember all this, but you just know that you used to watch it as a child.
You find something in that
it's
show
like memory
that
lane.
you don't remember.
Right.
Something dark.
Janet, you want proof? I'll give you proof.
Nah.
But what'll happen to you if you stay here with
I don't even remember them. Bro, this show's so old, bro.
Huh. That's weird. I don't remember Arnold dying in the show.
Their name was
and
Arnold?
The more I rewatched, the more I realized how much I missed as a kid. And I knew I had to make my next theory about this.
Okay.
Inside the Magic School Bus is a culture of fear and lies, all to hide a massive secret.
Okay.
Trust me,
At an
this
elementary
theory
school?
is just as dark or complex as any of my SpongeBob theories. This is the Magic
School
School
Bus.
Bus doppelganger theory.
Ooh, doppelganger, man. This giving me Us vibes. Y'all know they had that doppelganger basically in Us, which was scary, to recruit gamers to play. Okay, Shadow Raid Legends.
This is a pretty fun
Hey,
game.
you my
I
guy,
gotta
but we
admit.
gotta afford
Yeah.
this. All right, we gotta
You know what's
afford
at
this.
Shadow Legends is an awesome free-to-play
Shout out to
action
Alex
RPG
Bale,
game.
though.
Stop.
I'm a
Here's
part of
every-
his Patreon before y'all say something. Yes, I pay my $5 every
Great
month.
Shadow Legends has one festive adventure that lasts
Faithfully.
12 whole days.
Alex Bale is the only one
Each
that
day
I'm
you'll have a
subscribed
new
to,
big
literally,
gift.
to the Patreon.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
What?
Let's forward this, though.
MMA and pro. All you've got to do is log on. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! With almost $30.
ARG, but the final episode
Hold
is
on.
coming out in 2023, and I'll still be making some fun
What,
videos like this on the side.
2023?
And without further ado, let's begin.
Dang, this
the theory.
video that old? No way. 2026.
The Magic School Bus is an animated educational kids show that aired from
remember
1994 to
her.
1997 and later got rebooted on Netflix in 2017. It
Okay.
follows Miss Frizzle and her class of 4th grade
I
students
remember
as they
her
use the
for
Magic
some
School Bus
reason.
to go on crazy field trips to places
Bruh,
like
ain't that... Bruh, nigga, Fortnite done literally took some ideas from this. The Magic School Bus. Come on, bruh. A bus that's flying in the air, bruh. You know Fortnite got that idea from the Magic School
and her
Bus.
class of 4th grade students as they use the Magic School Bus to go on crazy field trips to places like outer space, inside the human body,
Okay.
and traveling back in time, all to learn about how the world works. Like a lot of you, I watched it in school growing up, but it wasn't until recently that I started to question some
Facts.
things about the show. Like, do the parents know that their kids are regularly going on these dangerous, life-threatening expeditions? And how is Arnold still alive after taking off his helmet in space?
Bruh, you had to go back and watch these shows. For real, I don't remember none of this. All I remember is the teacher, bro. That's it. But they
Thanks,
did play
Janet.
this in school as
You
well,
just
bro.
got a cold after being exposed to the freezing vacuum of space. That's it.
What?
Something seems wrong here. But wait, before we even begin to question the logic of the show, we have to ask if there's even anything here worth theorizing about.
Okay.
I get this comment all the time. It's just a kid's show.
Right.
And you're right. When it comes to
Just
most
a
kid
kid's
shows,
show?
there's usually no internal
Peppa
logic to how or
Pig.
why things happen. And it would be pointless to try and make a theory about it. Except, here's the thing that sets the Magic School Bus apart from most kid shows. The show itself is constantly pointing out and questioning its own logic.
Okay.
It does this at the end of every episode during something called the producer segment. At the end of every episode, a character known as the producer for the Magic School Bus TV show shows up and answers questions from the fans.
okay. Bro, I got a crispy lineup. His lineup crispy as
Hi,
hell.
I'm on the Magic School Bus show, right?
You bet, I'm the producer.
That's
Bro,
right.
that's dope,
Just
though.
like SpongeBob, the Magic School Bus breaks the fourth wall and acknowledges the fact that it's a TV show. Except, the Magic School Bus does it in a very interesting way. At first, I thought this character was supposed to be an animated stand-in for the actual real-life producer of the show, but the producer doesn't talk about the show like it's animated. He talks about it like it's a live-action production.
Okay.
How come there was only one kind of bat on your show? There are almost 1,000 different kinds, you know.
You worrying about a
Those
bat.
kind of bats were banned from the set.
In fact, everyone talks about it like it's a live-action TV show.
Is this the bakery where they filmed that Magic School Bus show?
Yes.
What we
Go
are
ahead,
seeing
look
here
like
is
Mario,
not the actual
Super
producer
Mario.
of the PBS animated Magic School Bus show. We are seeing a fictional producer character for an in-universe live-action TV show inside of the real-life animated Magic School Bus show. It's confusing,
okay,
I know.
yeah, that's
Think of it like a
confusing as hell.
mockumentary where the filmmakers are just as much a part of the story as the characters. So, just like my SpongeBob television theory, everything we see in the show is being filmed by in-universe cameras, and everything that happens is just scripted for the purposes of creating an educational live-action TV
Ain't
show.
this kind of low key giving me like the what was that? Was that like the Toy Story theory or something like that? Where that was like the Toy Story theory where they actually had the cameras on live set, you know, when you actually did that theory. It's kind of giving me those vibes, you know. You saying the producers like you doing a live action set, you know, within it after the segment of the story. That's kind of crazy right there, though.
Since when can a bus shrink and sprout legs like a bullfrog?
Since the scriptwriter wrote it in for the purposes of this episode.
You didn't believe the part where the kids got so close to the volcano.
It's television. We all know real kids don't go inside volcanoes.
And
Not
another
even
thing,
a real
if an
human gonna go
astronaut
inside a
ever does make it to
volcano.
Pluto, she'd better not take her helmet off.
You think they'd end up with more than a cold, huh?
She'd end up
Right.
with block of ice, or worse.
None of the characters
Lots of
actually go to
ice.
space or travel through time. There's no real danger or magic involved. In the canon of the show, everything we see is fake. And this isn't even a Truman Show situation where the main characters are unaware they're being filmed. The kids actually sometimes show up or call in on the producer segment and talk as if they know about the show.
What?
Watching that show, you'd think that nighttime lasted about 5 seconds.
Oh, well, we were a little short on time.
Look, is these actual
So,
kids
that pretty much
calling in?
answers every possible question I could have about this show, right?
Right.
Like, anything weird or dark I find can just be explained away by it being scripted by the showrunners. And I almost gave up on making this theory because of that. Until I realized that's exactly what the Magic School Bus wants us to think.
What? Not the cover up. Hey, not the cover up.
In Season 2, Episode 3, The Busasaurus, the class travels back in time on the Magic School Bus to visit the dinosaurs. During the episode, they keep track of which dinosaurs only ate plants with this chart. But when they go back to the present, we don't see the class take the chart with them. Just like the end of every episode, they have a producer segment, this time with a guest star from the show, and they clarify none of the magic they showed was real.
So no one's ever traveled back in time and seen real dinosaurs.
Absolutely not. Time travel is impossible.
But it's what happens at the very end of this segment that changes everything.
Oh, but of course it's not.
What the hell? Okay.
How could they find the dinosaur chart buried underground if the time travel wasn't real? This directly
She
contradicts
just said the
what
time travel wasn't real, and I thought all dinosaurs eat meat. You telling me that actual dinosaurs was vegetarians? What the hell? You know, dinosaurs are that big. I never would think one dinosaur was a vegetarian. Is that real or just part of this show? But that's interesting if dinosaurs, you know, there's some dinosaurs as vegetarians. I don't think that's true, though.
producers are constantly saying about the show. And this happens all the time in the producer segments.
Which reminds me why I called in the first place.
Yes?
Get that dinosaur from around your neck.
That pile of litter off my planet.
Everybody knows there's no such thing as ghosts.
Bruh, that's creepy as
Not in a
hell.
million years.
I never noticed this, bruh.
It took water.
I
more than
never
15
noticed this. I'm gonna be
million years
honest.
To carve out the Grand Canyon. About as long as
All
it's
I
gonna take you to
remember on the
freeze that
Magic
water.
School Bus is that flying bus. I I don't even remember all
The
this.
impossible things that happen on these field trips are clearly real in the canon of the show, but why are they lying about it? In fact, they seem to get kind of nervous whenever the callers get pushy about what's real and what's not.
It would have taken weeks for the asteroid to reach the sun. You made it seem like it could happen in seconds.
Well, we had to fake it.
Choking on his words. Dang.
Why do you say that?
What was that? That? Oh, that was just the sound of Liz stretching the truth.
So why
Stretching
not
the
just tell
truth.
them that it's a real magic school bus? What's with all the secrecy? The class is constantly going to places like outer space, the bottom of the sea, inside an active volcano, all extremely dangerous places that no school could ever take kids unless they lied about it and pretended like the field trips were just faked as a part of an elaborate fictional TV show. And the cover-up goes much farther than just the show. The principal of the school has
I just
no
used to
idea.
love this because they had this one place that I would go as a kid. It was called a Discovery Place. And basically in Discovery Place, they had these nice gadgets, you know, deal with, you know, like, you know, outside, you know, like they had like some tornado gadget and everything like that. It was kind of like a museum, but you could see things live, you know, cool gadgets, you know, that, you know, what happen in environments, you know, lightning, you know, all type of things like that. And as a kid, I was very fascinated. And just going on field trips, period. I love going on field trips. That was my favorite thing in school, man. Going on a field trip, you know, that was my favorite part of being a kid, Brody. Especially
what they're doing
school.
on these field trips.
You're telling me you went inside a chicken to find me an egg?
Yes, sir,
That
we
do
did.
sound
But
crazy.
going inside a chicken is not a state-approved field trip.
And even when they tell
Tell
him,
him.
he doesn't believe them.
Do you really expect me to believe that the chicken laid an egg with all of you inside it?
And even
do
the
sound
parents
crazy.
don't know what's going on.
And now, live from the throne.
Ralphie,
Live
that little
from the
girl
throat is
looks
crazy.
just like your friend Wanda.
Who, her? No. Wanda's much, shorter.
Ralphie, I know that guilty look. What's going on?
Ralphie look guilty as hell, bro.
Really?
Oh, I'm sure they were just hanging around. Right, Ralphie?
Right, Miss Frizzle.
It's
Yo.
never explicitly stated in the show, but if you
Miss
pay
Frizzle
attention,
is cool,
it's
though,
clear
I
that
ain't
these
gonna
field
lie.
trips are a massive secret, and the kids are actively helping hide it.
But Miss Frizzle, we can't let Mr. Junket know the bus is magic.
He can't know what he can't see.
But why? I could see why the producers are hiding the secret, but why are the kids in on it? Maybe it's just because they love the field trip so much.
Miss Frizzle
and they
gonna
know that
get
if the secret
fired,
got
though.
out, they wouldn't be able to go on them anymore. But I think there might be something more going on here. In the very first episode of The Magic School Bus, Arnold brings his cousin Janet to visit his school, and she mentions that Arnold told her all about the field trips they go on.
Arnold told me all about your field trips, Dorothy, and...
Dang, Arnold, you a rat.
Look at their reactions to hearing this. They are terrified of someone else knowing the truth.
Thanks.
Now, I've already shown you that clip of Arnold taking off his helmet and freezing in space, but I didn't show you why he did it. Throughout the entire episode, Janet is trying to collect proof to prove that she went to space. And in order to convince Janet not to bring back incriminating evidence, Arnold does this.
There's no way I'm going home without my stuff. It's proof. Nobody will believe me without it. Janet, you want proof?
Are they
I'll give you
twins?
proof. Here's proof of what'll happen to you if you stay here with your stuff. Arnold, no!
Arnold, what?
Arnold is more afraid
What?
of Janet exposing their secrets than taking off his helmet in space.
Bruh,
What could
you
these
willing
kids
to
possibly
die
be
for
so
that?
afraid of
It's
happening if the truth
crazy.
got out? Well, in season 1, episode 11, we actually do get to see what DA thinks would happen if her old teacher found out about their field trips.
Okay. Interesting.
Mr. Seaflat, I'd like you to meet...
Take chances, make mistakes, get messy.
What?
Oh, we never did anything like this at our old school.
Holy shit. It's Miss Frizzle. They're all afraid of Miss Frizzle. Miss
God
Frizzle-
dang, Miss Frizzle. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be afraid of her. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be afraid of her. I ain't gonna count, man. Miss Frizzle looking sexy though. I ain't gonna lie though. But she just don't give me that vibe that she's going crash out. She's going to do something crazy. You feel me? Miss Frizzle just don't give me that vibe, you know, but I mean, come on. What can a lady do in a carrot suit? You know what I'm saying? You got cheese. She literally got the table, you know, the food chart table on her freaking dress. And I'm supposed to be scared of her. I'm really supposed to be scared of her. Come on, bruh.
May seem like this quirky, fun, eccentric teacher, but she is constantly manipulating these kids into being afraid and totally obedient. In episode 2, Arnold asked Miss Frizzle if he could skip the field trip.
Miss Frizzle, I'd really love to go on a field trip, but I've got this weird feeling.
Well, Arnold, I do need a volunteer to stay behind.
She casually says he can stay behind, but then without telling him, they shrink down and go inside of Arnold for their field trip.
Bro, what?
At the end of the episode, they tell Arnold they were inside of him, and after this horrifying realization sets in, he says this.
You went inside?
The fact they
Frizzle,
laughing.
No matter what, I'll never miss another field trip. Never, ever, ever.
She put a true serum in that dude. She put a true serum in that nigga. Like, or she drugged him or something. What did Miss Frizzle do? I mean, how would you feel, man? They shrunk a whole school bus and went inside you, bro. Everybody know about the anatomy of your body at this point. That's crazy, bro. I wouldn't even want to be like, I tell my family, bro, we got to move far from here. But I'd be afraid to tell the police or anybody because nobody will believe that a bus shrunk and went inside me. Unless I had a camera in my throat or something. You know what I'm saying? I would have to get one of them dental cameras to do that.
Ever.
The message Miss Frizzle is sending is clear. If you disobey or try to miss a field trip, there will be consequences. And if you don't believe me, in the very next episode, the exact same thing happens. In this episode, Ralphie gets sick and his mom tells him he has to miss school, but Ralphie vehemently tries to fight it.
It's my opinion, as your mother and as a doctor, that you have a fever.
His mom is a doctor?
Which means you are going back to bed.
Bro, that's perfect. You won't even have to go to a doctor's appointment.
Miss school, especially a slacker, goofball character like Ralphie. But no, he knows there will be consequences if he misses a field trip. And as expected, the class goes to his house, shrinks down, and goes inside of it. It's like an unspoken rule of the class. If you miss a field trip, you will become the field trip. There is a culture of fear and lies in the classroom, and Miss Frizzle is at the heart of all of it.
I ain't know Miss Frizzle was like that.
You must keep her secrets and continue going on these dangerous field trips, even if there's risk of getting hurt or worse. Which brings me back to my original question. How did Arnold actually survive after taking off his helmet in space? What if I told you he didn't?
He didn't?
And the Arnold we see after this is not the same
It's
Arnold.
not? Nah, you capping. Ain't no way.
Please let this be a normal
The
field
doppelganger theory, I don't know if I'm gonna believe this. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna believe this.
The magic school bus is supposed to be this infinitely powerful magical contraption, right? It can go anywhere, travel through time, and change itself or anyone else into just about anything.
Right.
So who's to say that the kids who get injured or killed don't just magically get brought back to life by the bus off screen? But after Arnold comes back from being frozen in space, he acts different. In the very next episode after he gets frozen, they keep calling attention to the fact that Arnold is acting weird for some reason.
Okay.
You feel all right, Arnold?
It's sort of explained away in the episode, but it's weird how they keep bringing it up.
Miss Frizzle, I'd really love to go on a field trip, but I've got this weird feeling.
And before he was frozen, we heard him say this.
I wonder where we're going today. Inside a rotten log. Been there. To the bottom of the ocean. Done that.
He mentions how they've already been to the bottom of the ocean and inside of a rotten log. But they visit both of these places in future episodes, and Arnold never mentions the fact that they've already been there. In fact,
nah. Nah. You telling me that he's from the future? This is crazy right here, bro. This is crazy. I mean, Doppelganger is just, you know, somebody. That's somebody from the future. Okay. Got you. Yeah, it's definitely giving me us vibes. So the real Arnold died? Is that what we're saying?
No one does. It's like they don't even remember these past field trips. And this show does have continuity and a precedent for mentioning old field trips.
This looks familiar, kind of like when we were in your bloodstream, Ralphie. Remember?
There's something
How you
really
supposed to
strange
remember
going
that?
on with these kids, but for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I discovered something. Something so impossible and confusing that when I saw it, it honestly gave me chills. In episode 2, the magic school bus shrinks down and goes inside of Arnold to learn about the digestive system.
Okay.
But there's something inside of Arnold that made me question everything about this show. Something that I guarantee you wouldn't normally notice. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let me play the clip for you.
Okay.
The esophagus. It's where your food goes after you swallow. Miss Frizzle, what are you doing?
Did you see it?
Nah, I ain't see it. I ain't see it.
How the fuck is Arnold inside of Arnold? He is the one person.
Nah, nah, bro. Nah, bro. No way, dog. Nah, bro. Bro, it is cold in here, but you literally gave me chills. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Who absolutely cannot be in the bus right now. But there he is, sitting in the back. But the next time we see the back of the bus, he's gone. No way. This has to be some sort of really weird animation mistake, right? Except 25 seconds later, we see him again sitting in the back of the bus. How is Arnold inside of Arnold? Okay, maybe they just made the same mistake twice, right? Except this isn't even the only episode where this happens. In season 4, episode 2, the class learns about a chicken's life cycle and shrinks Arnold down inside of an egg to watch it hatch.
Okay. What?
While they're waiting for it to hatch, the rest of the class goes to talk to the principal in his office without Arnold. Except for a single shot, we can see Arnold in the office even though he's supposed to be inside of the egg.
What?
Just like last time,
Oh, nah, you messing with me, Alex.
Cut back to where he was standing. Who is this second Arnold who keeps appearing in places he shouldn't be? And that's when it all made sense. The magic school bus doesn't bring
I ain't
dead
gonna lie. Arnold literally giving me Napoleon Dynamite vibes, okay? He kind of remind me of Napoleon Dynamite, that character. But dang, right, this is crazy. Arnold, what you on, bruh? You giving somebody some psychedelics, bro? What you on, bruh? For real.
Kids back to life. They replace them with identical clones.
Okay.
Or, how I like to call them, doppelgangers.
Mm-hmm.
It is no coincidence that this second Arnold showed up in the episode immediately after Arnold died in space. This is either the space Arnold's body or some sort of rogue doppelganger they lost track of, trying to blend in the back of class. But wait a second. Can the magic school bus even create clones of living things? Like, it seems like the magic school bus can do anything, but we never actually see it duplicate or create something from scratch.
Right.
It only ever changes things. It can turn a student into a fish, but it never creates a fish out of nothing. Trust me, I have looked everywhere in both this show and the reboot, and there is no evidence the bus can create life. But that's only because I was looking in the wrong place.
Okay.
Miss Frizzle's classroom is absolutely full of dioramas of human body parts. An eye, a foot, an ear, the human skeleton.
Okay.
But if you pay close attention to these background objects, you'll realize they're not dioramas. They constantly move and blink as if they're alive, and the only possible explanation is that they were created by the magic school bus.
Okay.
Meaning it is totally possible for the bus to grow these doppelgangers to replace the students. Every time a student dies on a field trip, they have the perfect solution to cover it up. But how often could they possibly need to do this? Yeah, the kids regularly put themselves in danger, but the closest we get to an on-screen death was Arnold taking off his helmet, and that's only one episode. Well, remember, the show itself is an unreliable narrator. They're obviously gonna cut out or recontextualize anything that could expose them. But I think they let an important clue slip in the very first episode. Remember, when Arnold came back from being frozen in space, he was sick, which seemed to carry over with how weird he was acting in the next episode. Maybe when a doppelganger is created, they come out very weak from the cloning process and have the symptoms of a sickness. Is it possible every time a character gets sick in the show,
Dang, bruh, they doing them like Gucci Man. You know, they say Gucci Man got cloned. They doing my boy Arnold like Gucci Man in here. Dang, dog.
Been recently replaced with a doppelganger. How else does the producer know details about Ralphie's specific sickness?
What were those kids doing visiting Ralphie when he was so sick and tired?
Oh, well, don't worry. He wasn't infectious.
And Ralphie not being infectious would make sense if it's not actually a sickness, but the symptoms of being a newly grown doppelganger. And the same episode Ralphie gets sick, the skeleton in the classroom has a completely different outfit from previous episodes, with a different tie and no sunglasses. Maybe the classroom skeleton is where they store the body of the last dead student. It even has very
bro. No, don't tell me this. I ain't gonna look at this the same. I swear, bro, everything. I'm not gonna look at this the same. I swear I'm not, bro. This is crazy. What?
Similar shoes to Ralphie's. But this goes far beyond just the occasional student getting replaced. I have found evidence of past field trips that went so horribly wrong that no student came back from them alive.
Nah.
In episode 4, they shrink down and take a field trip into the ocean. Eventually, they get fished out by a fishing woman who says this.
Nope. Already have a bus.
Look out!
Okay.
Why would she have already fished up a miniature bus from the ocean? I mean, maybe it's like a toy or something, but that's not the only time something like this has happened. In Season 2, Episode 1, they explore an underwater volcano and briefly pass by a random sunken ship. Except, if you look closely, it has a figurehead of Miss Frizzle on the front of the ship. Why on earth would a random ship at the bottom of the ocean have this? Well, it looks a lot like when the Magic School Bus turned into a boat in Season 4, Episode 13.
Man, why you gotta do this? Why are you creeping me out like this, bruh? Now, this is scary, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This theory is actually scary. Like, I feel chills like heck, bro. You gotta feel chills on this theory right here, bro. You know, some of the theories Alex Bale will give you, man, will really give you chills. And the fact that we seeing sentiments of the previous episodes of the boat, you know, her actually catching the boat, her being a fisherman. Oh, man, that gave me chills, the fact. But did Miss Frizzle die, though? You know what I'm saying? The kids did, but is Miss Frizzle even real? You know, because they scared to say anything. Miss Frizzle is like an alien or something. She ain't even real. She can't be real, bruh.
Head of Liz, the class pet. These are the wreckages of past failed field trips where nobody returned alive. There have been countless children who have died on these field trips, but why? What is the point of all this? Who's really running the show here, and what is the true identity of Miss Frizzle?
Right. She an alien, Brody. She gotta be.
The Magic School Bus TV show is run by the producers we see at the end of every episode.
You bet, I'm the producer. One of them.
There's two characters who have been called producers of the show, and we never find out their names or where they came from. But do they look familiar at all to you? They have a very similar appearance to Tim and Wanda. Is it possible the producers are actually the original students who survived all these years? And the similarities go far beyond just their appearances.
So those the original
the male producer is seen working on a bee farm that we've never seen before. But Tim mentions in Season 3, Episode 1, that his grandpa owns a bee farm.
I've been delivering honey from my grandpa's bee farm all summer.
Maybe the producer is working on his grandfather's farm. And just like how the producer works on storyboards, we see Tim working on his comic books. The female producer has a big plush frog in her office, and we know Wanda used to have a pet frog that she loved.
You know, Miss Frizzle, I was really glad when you said I could bring my best friend Bella the bullfrog to school.
The bullfrog.
In fact, in Season 1, Episode 5, Wanda has to let her pet frog go to live a happier life in the wild, and we see the producer rewatch this scene and cry.
Bye, Bella. I know you're going to have a good life here, but...
Why she give me Dora the Explorer vibes? Ella.
I think it is very likely that the producers are the original Tim and Wanda. But what about the rest of the original students? Maybe Tim and Wanda are the only survivors, but I did find this guy working at a carnival in Season 2, Episode 10 that looks a lot like Ralphie. And I could also totally see Ralphie growing up to work at a carnival. But then what about Miss Frizzle? Even though we see the producers running things at the end of the episode, it seems like Miss Frizzle is also in charge of the show.
You really expect us to believe that Mikey had the power to actually knock the bell clear off the hammer slammer?
Just between us, we had a story conference about that, and it was Miss Frizzle's idea.
But we know nothing about Miss Frizzle's past, and obviously she doesn't resemble any of the kids like the producers do. I mean, the closest comparison we have is Arnold with their similar hair color, but obviously Arnold is male and Miss Frizzle is female, right? And that's what I thought too, until I discovered Pickle Theory. Pickle Theory is not a theory I created, it's something I discovered while researching for this video. It stems from this weird moment in Season 2, Episode 7 with Miss Frizzle.
Whoa! There's a ton of pickles in here!
You caught me, Ralphie. Oh,
bro, that's crazy, dog. The way you snatched that pickle is crazy.
Even if I told you the context of this episode, this moment wouldn't really make sense. Miss Frizzle just has a secret closet full of pickles and a private and powerful...
Yeah, she a freak. She a freak. Miss Frizzle's a freak. Oh, them pickles, baby. Miss Frizzle just could have asked for the real thing. You know what I'm saying? You got all these pickles everywhere. Like, this is crazy. You fascinated like that? All I can say is Miss Frizzle is a freak. That's it. You feel me? But hey, let's go.
Passion for them for some unexplained reason. But this is where Pickle Theory comes in. To understand Pickle Theory, you need to understand that there's a common medication used in hormone therapy for trans women that has the side effect of...
Nah, I'm saying do your thing, but I'm just saying, I'm just speechless. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speechless. I would have never thought that. You know what I'm saying? This theory is different. I ain't gonna lie. You going past the, past the thought process in this. And I like that. I ain't gonna lie. The doppelganger theory kind of got me, but then, you know what I'm saying? That could be true because, they say it's a lot of things that we don't see as a kid, but then you grow up and you see a lot more things that was hidden that you see now. And Miss Frizzle just may not just be a freak. She just may be, going through a change. You feel me? Which ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? You should be yourself, honestly. And I got respect for everybody that do, you know what I'm saying? I respect everybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to live in your truth. But I just never would have thought this. I never would have looked at it like this, with Miss Frizzle. But it could make sense, though. Let's get back into it.
Making you crave sodium. And pickles are very salty. So they've become a common snack in the female transgender community. And Pickle Theory states that this weird moment with Miss Frizzle admitting to a private craving for pickles is a hint about her actually being a transgender woman. And I think it's a cool theory, but probably not enough evidence to win me over yet. And even if it is true, there's definitely not enough evidence to say Miss Frizzle is the original Arnold. I mean, she doesn't even wear glasses.
That is crazy work,
though. But then
I
watched Season 4, Episode 10, where we actually get to see inside of Miss Frizzle's house for the very first time. And I found a picture on her wall that is going to blow your mind.
Let's see it.
A picture of someone who looks a lot like a female version of Arnold, right down to the yellow and white shirt and glasses. I think this...
that might be Arnold. I ain't gonna count. That might be Arnold. Or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all drew somebody that was really, really chopped. Either way, I think that might be Arnold. I ain't gonna lie. This theory is probably the wildest one that you had. I ain't gonna count Alex Bale. This is the wildest theory you had. I ain't gonna lie.
This is what Miss Frizzle looked like as a kid. Either she's transgender, or the cloning process can just create different gender versions of characters. But whatever it is, you can't tell me this doesn't make it seem like Frizzle is a female version of Arnold. Even her name, Miss Frizzle, sounds fake. It sounds like something she just made up because she has frizzy hair. A trait that she shares with Arnold. All of the people running the Magic School Bus show are the original versions of the students. Creating doppelgangers of themselves and forcing them to go on dangerous field trips. But why? What is this all for? to
That's
make
what I'm
the
saying.
Magic School Bus TV show and educate the kids of the world. And god damn it, it worked.
Is this the Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus?
Dang, that was clever then. That was clever. I ain't even gonna lie. That was clever as heck, bro. I ain't gonna count. I like the vibe that they did,
In this
though.
universe, everyone knows about the Magic School Bus. It is a massive success. If you want to educate the world, then in the words of Miss Frizzle, you have to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Get very, very messy. And that's the Magic School Bus Doppelganger theory. Okay, bye.
The picture at the end is wild, bro. No way you had that picture. Alex Bale, you crazy for this. You crazy for
Thanks
this.
for watching, everyone. This video was a lot of fun to make, and it was a good break from all the work that went into Don't Feed the Muse 2. Like I said, this video, because they take a long time.
Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like that towards the end. I ain't gonna lie. You know, the theory where, you know, Miss Frizzle was actually Arnold, was a transgender. I could see that theory right there, you know, and then everybody was calling in that knew about the Magic School Bus and everybody coming together. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I do like that theory, you know, and all the pickles that was there, you know, I didn't know that drug made you actually crave sodium. So, hey, that theory is something right there. I ain't gonna lie, but I just feel like the doppelganger theory is the biggest one because I could definitely see that happening. You know, Arnold just being Arnold again. But, you know, you got this, you know, they basically are two doppelganger theories, you know, just the producers actually being the doppelgangers. But what about the other kids? If we just say the producers were the doppelgangers, you know, you say you had the original two kids, you know, one like the frog, you know, one said his dad had a farm or something like that. How will we put together, because wasn't it other kids that might have died on that Magic School Bus? That's the thing that I wouldn't understand. You know, I truly, deeply wouldn't understand that part. But honestly, man, this was pure nostalgia. I didn't even know about these characters. You know, I did, but you know, a lot of shows you haven't seen in a while, you actually got to go back and watch. I don't know. Maybe y'all could just remember everything like that. Me, sometimes I got to go back and say, hey, let me watch this. Let me watch that. And this actually makes me want to go back to the Magic School Bus and actually rerun some of those episodes. Of course, I only just seen a few episodes, you know. Magic School Bus was a while ago, so dog. I just seen a few episodes, you know, of the Magic School Bus. But I would definitely go back to watch this. Definitely ruined childhood again. Ruined childhood again, but this was a video. I would never look at the Magic School Bus the same. I just wouldn't. It's not because of the last theory, but it was like, god dang, some of the kids was dying. You know, basically saying they was doppelgangers. So, you know, when the lady was actually being a fisherman, getting a bus, it was a small bus, and then you see Miss Frizzle on that actual boat. That was freaking creepy. I ain't gonna lie, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all check out my Cars theory that just dropped. You know, shout out to Alex Bale for another banger. We out, man. Peace.